as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. Matthew 17:20.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Everything and Anything podcast. Today we're joined by Ryan Mahomes, Carter Morton, and myself, Willie Greenlee. And without further ado, let's get into it.
Yes, Ryan McCombs.
Hey, I am part Irish, so I guess that you got that down. My name means little king in Irish, so yeah.
Little king.
But how's life been?
Good.
Absolutely wonderful.
Started taking creatine.
That's good.
So,
Same here.
I have a lot more mental clarity, and I have a lot more energy, as you can tell compared to last episode.
No, you were really awake last episode, right?
Yeah. No.
How about you? What have you been up to?
Really nothing. Just school and only eating animal-based diet.
And how is the animal-based diet?
It's good.
Mhm.
My body's still adjusting to it though, so it's
Okay.
still switching the energy source, trying to switch the energy source.
You're gonna have a lot of fun for the next day and a half.
I've gone on it for two weeks, a month before.
Just like me with the keto diet, I was miserable for those 3 days. I was just like, ugh.
Well, you're also eating just sardines
Yeah, that is.
and
true.
only one can. You didn't really stack them, which those are
Yeah.
still sitting in the cabinet, by the way.
I mean, they last for a few years, so I'm fine. But I'm afraid of getting my cash smelly.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want my cats to be smelly either. Cologne can only do so much.
Yeah.
Here's to my diet, where I'm just phasing soda out for water.
That.
But no, my life's been good. I enjoyed the snow over the weekend. We went out and had some fun, and may or may not have had some drifting in a parking lot in the mall, but technically not.
Let's just say it did not go that well because my car is a RX 450 hybrid, and those things are front-wheel drive, so they don't do that well in the snow when it comes to drifting.
No, they do not. And we didn't even try my car. He wouldn't let us, so we had to steal our friend's truck.
And let's just say he didn't know how to drive.
I wish.
He was just
honestly,
going in a circle and like, yeah, I'm drifting, guys. And
I
then he
really
starts
wish.
like-
I really wish that he would have let one of us do it, or specifically you.
Yeah.
How was riding
you
the
would.
back of the truck?
Oh, the truck bed, that was amazing. I actually had so much fun back there. For a while, I actually thought I might bang my head on like the truck bed or something and just like die. I was like, oh, maybe I need a helmet to be back here. But nah, we were fine.
How cold
And
was
then-
it?
It actually wasn't. It actually surprisingly wasn't that cold. But I was also wearing my thickest outfit in preparation that I knew we would be out in the snow, which I'm gonna wear this Sunday when we go skiing. If we go skiing, based on the fact that we're supposed to get like 10 inches of snow this weekend. But then again, they said we were supposed to get 30 last weekend. And
Yeah.
well, we got like what, 5?
2. And now they said we're gonna get 10, so now we're gonna get 30.
Probably.
That'd be hilarious.
I wonder what I think. I think a dyslexic did the report. I saw 3 and like, oh, it was 3.1. It was like, oh, 31.
So what are they seeing when they put 10? 100?
No, maybe an inch. Yeah.
0.10 inches.
No, it's actually like 100 inches of snow. And he's like, oh, so I made the same mistake last week. 1.
Oh, no
10
way.
inches.
And then we're just stuck in this building for a week. Then
Yeah.
we probably would lose power with 100 inches of snow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which would be. Everybody was like, "Oh no, we're gonna lose power. All the pipes are gonna freeze," and none of that happened.
Yeah.
My sink in my bathroom's water pressure went down. Other than that, it probably leaked somewhere in the building. Probably up above you guys.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we need that.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have pipes above us, so we don't have anything to break.
What's all the never mind.
Water dripping down from the attic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys should access your attic, honestly. It's
Yeah.
over there.
We could.
Big no.
Yeah, other than that, I had a fantastic weekend. I'm excited for my debate club meeting tonight. We're debating electric vehicles, which I am way too knowledgeable on, which is why I've decided to opt out of taking participating within the debate, and I'm going to judge said debate. Granted, maybe I shouldn't be a judge because of my biases towards EVs, because I'm not really the biggest fan. But it is what it is. I mean, in my research for an 11th grade argumentative essay, I found that obviously I think this information is probably wrong by now, but it was 8 million tons of carbon dioxide are produced during production for a gasoline powered vehicle in comparison to like the 18 to 20 million
Yeah, because
tons.
you have to
CO2.
refine the cobalt and lithium in order to make a battery.
And then you have all of the issues that lithium mining causes.
Yeah.
It causes droughts. It causes people to die from different cancers. I mean, think about what happened to all the people who mine coal, or still happen to mine coal. They get terrible diseases.
And also, I might be a little. I'm not knowledgeable on this, but I'm pretty sure that lithium is often found near uranium deposits.
It wouldn't surprise me.
You also when the car catches on fire, they can't put it out because of the battery.
I mean, yeah, look at Richard Hammond's car crash that he had a few years ago, where they spent a few days putting the car out.
Yeah.
It's just be like, yeah, they even ignite underwater.
Yeah, because lithium, when it crashes, or when it catches on fire, it creates its own oxygen with the chemical reaction because of the heat.
You guys remember those Samsung Galaxy phones that were like just literally bombs?
Yeah.
They had
No.
to issue the massive. You don't remember that?
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
What? Oh my god! You never heard of this?
Sounds familiar with what happened this past year.
What happened this past year?
You know,
What do you mean?
in the Middle East.
Oh,
The pagers blowing up.
Oh yes, the pagers.
Dude.
Never mind.
Yeah.
We're good. Ignore that. Yeah, I'm excited for my debate club meeting. I'm really excited to listen to what people have to say about EVs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going to be debating over this weekend?
This weekend we're debating at Washington University in India, and what we are debating is the Epstein files. And our side is debating that everybody named in the file should be held accountable for the actions of which they committed, whereas the team in India are debating for that only Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell should be held accountable for anything. So that'd be people like Bill Clinton are not being held accountable for anything that happened on that island.
So, what research have you gathered on the topic?
I'm not personally debating in it. I'm just there. I'm there to watch, and I'm a piece of backup.
Oh.
Maybe I'll write something for it, but as of right now, I haven't really done much research into it. I'm more so relying on people who are actually competing in the debate to do research,
Fair.
because they're the ones actually debating it. What's my input going to add? I mean, sure, it could add something, but honestly, they probably already found it, so there's no point.
Yeah, fair.
F1 is continuing. Ferrari seem to be doing amazing so far, and I am so excited about that. I
Amazing
am
for durability, yeah.
finally happy that they have a reliable car at the beginning of regulation set. Because, I mean, you look at 2022, they had this amazing title challenger that had to be detuned and nerfed because the engine kept blowing up.
Yeah, but that's not their real spec, though.
I know it's an ancient spec. It's probably the spec they built in October.
Yeah, so who knows? That honestly, knowing Ferrari, that's the spec they should have gone with.
Probably.
Should keep.
I mean, hell, they should have probably stayed with the design they kept at the end of 2024.
Yeah.
But then again, Ferrari said that was the maximum that they could do with that concept of the car. So they went with an entirely new concept for next season, dumping millions of dollars on a car that would only be used once.
Huh.
Which I found outrageous and stupid
Were
when
they
they said that they were doing that at the beginning of last season.
Um,
I looked at my phone and read that, and I dropped it on the ground because I was just... Why? Why do they always do this? They always somehow manage to screw up everything.
Can I answer that question for you?
What?
Because it's Ferrari.
Shut the fuck.
They're
It's F1 Ferrari. Any other racing sport, it'd be fine.
I mean, what
Okay.
Ferrari does well, Max Verstappen does well in a
Like I
in a Ferrari,
said,
as
it'd
we
be fine.
know.
It's gonna be fine. But they're Mercedes now, Max
I
Verstappen.
know.
They're just too blinded by their own ego.
Mhm.
Like they're like, oh, we have the best car. Well,
They're
they don't even try to compete. They're just like they just think that they're the best, and they don't even
You know, I
go
don't
for
need
it,
the best
the extra
car.
mile.
I don't know if I can say this, but they're too Italian.
Yeah.
I don't need the best car. I just need the history. That's Ferrari.
Hey, at least I joined the most historical team. I was not bandwagoning. Because they were not winning in Monaco Grand Prix when I watched
Oh
them.
yeah, no, they definitely were.
I started watching that race after they had made the pit stop error.
You became a fan because you like the color red. I only became
I've
a
always
fan.
liked the color red. I'm honestly surprised I never became a fan of the Aston Martin team because my bedroom back home is British Racing Green.
I was only a fan of McLaren because Oscar was my favorite driver. Oscar was my favorite driver. I didn't really have a team, so I decided to go for McLaren since he was on the team. And now they absolutely screwed him last season, so I switched teams to Red Bull.
Did they really screw him
Yes.
though? Are you sure?
To my beliefs, they screwed him. Who knows? But to my beliefs.
I mean, because
Azerbaijan could have been his
Azerbaijan
yeah.
was 100% his fault. But Lando Norris also failed
but
to
yeah.
capitalize on that moment anyways. But all in all, I mean, a lot of it could have really been. Monza was McLaren. So was Singapore.
Qatar.
Qatar was just McLaren was being stupid.
I was mostly mad at Singapore. Singapore was the one that really threw me off.
I was so happy when I watched it. I was watching that with my family. It was the first F1 race I've actually watched together with my family. And my mom questioned why McLaren wasn't doing anything when Norris almost pushed Piastri into the wall.
Because they favor Lando Norris.
But hey, Zach Brown said it's Oscar Piastri's turn now.
Sure.
Maybe they'll screw
They
over.
say that. But Lando Norris and Zach Brown make out in the garage.
Do you think make out of the ground? See, now you're just making gay allegations. I don't think we can do that.
What red threads have you been on?
What's wrong? Wait, what would be wrong though if they were kissing each other in the garage? What would be
Nothing.
Wrong? What would be wrong
Nothing.
With that?
But they can't say they favor both drivers, that they don't favor a driver, and then favor Lando Norris.
Yeah.
I heard that Audi had 2 DNFs for the 2 days they've
Yes.
practiced already.
That would explain the extremely minimal amount of
Audi we've been seeing.
Audi that we've been seeing. I think day one they completed 27 laps while Red Bull completed like 100.
I know. Bro, Audi has screwed up so much. They've had so long to repair. Not only did they destroy the livery that they could just kept what they had for the concept. It would have been perfect.
It would have been.
And then they could have been designing the engine, but no. And they just keep shitting the bed.
I mean, what did you expect? They were trying to build an electrical system. Audis for years have been struggling with electrical issues. I won't be surprised if they start having timing chain issues or it eats its own oil, as every other Audi
You
does.
need to be a watchsmith in order to put the timing change on one of those cars.
They're so complicated.
When I saw
It's so stupid.
when I worked as a porter, they took an engine out, took off the cover for the timing chain. That thing is just like a complex like watch face. It's like the inside of a Rolex.
Carter, do you want to see what the inside of a timing chain looks like on an Audi?
Yes, I do, because I have no clue.
German over engineering at its finest.
All I know is F1. That's about it. What? Show me a regular one. Show me a regular one.
Of a regular timing chain?
A regular one will just be one chain that's a circle.
Yeah, I'll show you the Chevy LS timing chain. Now, granted, that does allow them to compact the engine, but this is what it should look like.
Like I wouldn't be surprised
What-
if Audi.
What was going through Audi's brain? Let's make the most confusing time
with
thing
Audi?
ever.
I wouldn't be surprised if they redesigned the wheel just for F1, or the lug nuts just for F1.
They probably would, because they're too German. They're like, 9! We must have it be different, because we must be the best. They just
must be
over-engineer, they over-engineer everything to the point where it's perfect, and then it just causes all these issues. It's like BMW's VANOS issues that they had back in the... Well, I think they still have VANOS issues now,
What's
which is
VANOS?
hilarious. Something with like let me look it up.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
It's their Vanos is their variable valve timing,
Mm.
which Toyota got perfectly. Look at my car. The VVT is perfect.
Yeah.
The engine perfectly smooth, creaming. But even though we introduced this in 1992 and they still have issues,
Yeah.
which is insane. At least I think they still have issues.
Mm.
Now Cadillac, on the other hand, Cadillac.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only reason Cadillac aren't having many issues is because they're running that Ferrari engine, which seems to be incredibly reliable.
And they have experience in racing, like I've been saying.
But so did Audi. Audi dominated the World Endurance Championship for years. And look at them right now. Stuck with their stupid electrical problems, as always.
It's just Audi just overcomplicates overcomplicates things.
It's as every German does.
Well-
which was probably BMW's issue when they owned Sauber for a little bit. You can talk now.
The good thing about Cadillac is that they don't have Ferrari strategists.
Imagine they did. That'd be hilarious. I'm also really happy that Ricardo Adame is no longer Lewis Hamilton's race engineer.
Didn't he go higher up though?
Yeah.
I think he did.
Yeah, he's somewhere higher up.
I think you
But
might want to worry
as-
about that.
As
Right
long
about that.
as long as he's not talking to Lewis Hamilton anymore, saying
But what
press
was,
K1, I'm okay.
but what was he making the strategies now?
I know he's not the chief strategist. I would have been very, 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 very sad if that happened. But
It's just what.
I think if Ferrari don't do well this season, it's probably Fred Vasseur's last season, and they'll find somebody to replace him. I don't know who it.
I think he's gone after Lewis is gone.
Yeah, probably. Lewis will probably take him with him. Christian Horner to Ferrari. That'd be interesting.
Christian Horner just met up with the president of that FIA, I believe.
Mohammed Ben
Yeah.
Salem. I hate that man.
I saw.
I hate that man.
Is his name actually Mohammed Ben
Yeah.
Salini?
Ben Salam.
Oh.
so I.
Not Cellini.
Yeah.
He's not Italian.
So I wonder what that could mean.
I don't know.
It's probably just some meeting, right?
I don't know. I think Christian Horner should have ran for FIA president.
I think any other person should have ran.
Somebody did, and they failed because
The democracy.
the FIA's stupid democracy, more like a dictatorship, with the stupid rule about the person from each continent or something. I don't know. Something
Yeah.
really stupid where only one country had one representative that could be FIA vice president, and she endorsed MBS rather than the other girl, which would have been way better. Anybody would be
Wait,
better. I'd be better
that
than
was
Mohammed
who-
Ben Salam.
There was going to be a girl who was the FIA president?
Yeah, she actually had some fantastic ideas. I forget her ideas, but they were way better than
Was she-
whatever the
wasn't-
hell
Was she
MBS
the
is
one
doing.
who wanted to bring back the V10, but it was going to be the hydrogen system, where the exhaust gas would only be water?
I don't know actually.
Wouldn't
Hydrogen would be extremely inefficient. I
Yeah.
really like hydrogen, but during my research into hydrogen,
Yeah.
it's like it's very costly to make the fuel cells. It's very costly to refine it. It's very costly to compress it to make it into the fuel, and it burns off really quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. Toyota has made rapid advancements with hydrogen. They have hydrogen combustion engines now. You can talk now.
wasn't Toto Wolff's wife thinking about running?
Yeah, but she withdrew after conflict of interest rose up because of her relationship with Toto Wolff. It'd be seen as an issue because maybe an FIA decision regarding Mercedes would be viewed differently.
Yeah, I think she would have been good though.
Probably, but who knows? I'm sure she's fine as the F1 Academy president,
Yeah.
which is a very interesting racing series because, it's yes, it's great that they're pushing for women to get up to Formula One, but the fact that not a lot of people even take the championship winners into Formula 3 is kind of funny. Funny, not funny, but more interesting. I should say. I mean, like people like Dorian Pin. I think she probably deserves to go into Formula 3. I mean, she seems like a really good racer.
Is she the same racer that was the stake for the Grand Tour that crashed in Formula 3 into the press box?
No.
That launched herself off the sausage curb?
Nope.
Hmm.
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking. I know somebody.
It was in either Beijing or Japan something.
No, it was in Azerbaijan.
It was?
Yeah.
Azerbaijan.
It was in a city circuit.
When they went into the commentary box.
Yeah, when it
Oh,
Yeah,
that,
Azerbaijan.
that was
when it
Macau.
got launched
Macau.
like 20 feet in the air into the
Yeah,
press box.
that was Macau. Yep, I know what you're talking about.
Just imagine you're watching the race, you just hear the students, oh!
Wait, you're in the commentator box.
Yeah.
You're sitting there like, and he overtake. Oh! There's a car in your face. Oh, dead.
Yeah.
Decapitated.
Luckily, I don't think
anyone died.
I don't think
they're just
anyone died.
injuries, maybe.
Yeah.
the only person who was injured was the driver who had a spine fracture from getting launched by the sausage curb.
That makes sense. I mean, I don't know why they're still sausage curbs. They seem so dangerous. I mean, there was that Formula 3 crash at Monza, I think pre-COVID, where it flipped into the grandstand. Or not into the grandstand, but over the catch fence.
Yeah, into the trees.
Yeah. Which I guess was similar to the accident that happened in the F1 movie.
I mean,
but the accident in the F1 movie was semi kind of unrealistic.
well,
Because the fact that the car is sliding and then flipping at that rate, it's kind of...
yeah, but also that corner doesn't make any sense to have a sausage curb because if your brakes fail, you're going to go into the sand trap. But if you hit the sausage curb before the sand trap's not going to do anything. So you're just going to hit the fence.
I could understand having the sausage curb, like, in the corner runoff between in turn 1 or at the Ascari chicane, but at Parabolica, where that accident happened, it's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Why should you have a sausage curb there? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
UFC fight. What did you guys think about the UFC fight tonight?
Tonight,
Sunday.
I thought it was interesting. I mean, we watched it after we got back from Waffle House, and Waffle House was closed.
Yeah.
which was miserable.
Scary.
Yeah.
I knew the storm was coming.
The 2 inches of snow is
but the McDonald's was open.
Yeah.
At least the drive-thru.
Yeah, but
Patty
the
the
fight? I feel like that was rigged because they did 2 really bad eye pokes, and after the first one, he said, if you do another eye poke, you're gonna get tossed out. There's a even worse eye poke and gouges.
Nothing
and scrapes
nothing
his entire
happened,
eye.
which was
I think
interesting.
His whole face was bloodied.
Yeah, the
And,
fight was
like,
great.
And
But-
they didn't do any replays. They're like, oh yeah, you're ejected.
Way better than that fight earlier where the women just hugged each other the
Oh,
whole
man.
time.
Did you- The worst eye poke I think is Tom Aspinall's
I
eye
don't even want
poke.
to look at that.
I don't even know what you're
Like
talking about.
the whole finger, like this much of the finger went into the eye.
All right, never mind.
Did he lose his eye?
No,
Oh, okay. Good.
but I know he went to the doctors and everything. I think he's not fighting right now because
Yeah.
he's recovering still. I think from it, unless he's just not fighting. But
How long ago was that?
it was last year. I'm not
Okay.
exactly what. Maybe over the summer. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Then there's one this weekend, which I'm looking forward to.
What's the one at the White House? That's what I'm most
That's
interested
in June or July.
Is there actually one of the White
Yes.
House?
Yeah, they're doing one at the
Yeah.
White House.
Is it like in the front lawn or like
Yes.
in the
Yes.
White House?
On the
Front
front
lawn.
lawn, which I find outrageous.
I feel like the best spot would be in the bunker of the White House or something.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious. Or in the new ballroom that Trump built after
Yeah.
destroying the whole White House, as some people put it.
Yeah.
Some people.
What did they do? Just destroy the Situation Room and put the ballroom in there?
No, they got rid of the East Wing,
Hmm.
and they're putting a 2,000 square foot.
What was the
Ballroom,
East Wing before?
The East Wing was just I don't know what there.
A
what
building.
was there. Well, the East Wing was a part of the White House. I don't know. The DC Historical Society tried to do something with it, but I'm pretty sure construction's still going on with the ballroom. I think they tried to stop it. I think it did halt for a little bit. Probably halted right now due to the massive amount of snow the North got. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, back home, my mom said we got like 1.5 feet of snow.
That's the same thing. Back in Chicago, 45 minutes north, the trees were exploding.
Yeah,
The Wisconsin cheese were exploding.
the cheese.
So
Yeah, I said the cheese.
So the east wing of the White House was constructed in 1942 and served multiple purposes, including housing the First Lady's office, a movie theater, and offices for various staff members. It was also built as a cover for an underground bunker, which is still used today as the Presidential Emergency Operations Center.
Yeah. The rumor is that while they're building the new ballroom, they're doing a new bunker.
I'm saying that it's probably they're making it deeper.
Probably.
With a
Probably
ton
a
of new
good
tech
idea.
in it.
Yeah. Probably a good idea rather than a bunker built in the 40s. Pre-nuclear.
Because
Yeah.
there's I watched the Unsubscribe podcast where they were filming in the bunker. They're like, yeah, we just got in the elevator. It was like we didn't realize how deep it was because it's just like he had the bunker is just like sitting there for like 2 minutes just waiting for it to get to the bottom. And he's like, this elevator is moving fast too.
Have you guys ever watched the show Designated Survivor?
No.
Oh, it's a really
I
good
think
show.
so. I don't
Netflix
remember,
ruined
but-
it when they bought it for season 3, but the first 2 seasons were pretty good. So basically, the whole premise of the show, Tom Kirkman is the designated survivor. He is in the show the current president's cabinet. He's the
Was it the one with the black guy as a security guard?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of the Secret Service. He's like the lead Secret Service member.
Oh yeah.
And then when Netflix buys it, I think he ends up in some secret gay relationship, but that's unrelated.
I want to watch.
But-
I want to watch that.
Oh, it's a fantastic.
Not the
TV.
gay part.
Why? What's wrong with the gay part?
I just saw all of my TikTok feed. It was like really cool where like when they saw the missile coming over, and they switched the DEFCON sign to DEFCON 1 in the press room and like, wait, is that serious?
Oh, now see, that didn't happen, and that's a different show you're talking about. Though. Because this one, it was a bombing from inside the Capitol.
Oh,
They basically one of the senators, I forget, I think Peter McLeish is his name, not a real senator, obviously, but he is teamed up with this one guy who just wants to blow up the Capitol and destroy the entirety of the government. And he just decides he uses secret blueprints to put bombs in certain rooms, and at some point in time before the bomb went off. So the bomb went off during the State of the Union, which is when the entirety of the government's in there. So that's why they have a designated survivor. So just in case anything happens to the entirety of the government in that room, that person becomes the president of the United States.
oh,
And so we're not stuck without a president. And then they become president for the rest of the current president's
well,
term.
technically, the president and vice president can not be in the same room or in the same like area.
Well, no, they are during the State of the Union.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Oh,
The whole entire government's in the same room at the same time.
Hmm.
The Supreme Court,
That's
at least I think the Supreme Court, the Senate, the House, President, Vice President, Speaker of the House, all that. They're all in there at the same time. And so when the bomb goes off, the entirety of the Capitol basically implodes on itself. And he becomes president. And it's just a really interesting show. I mean, I really liked it. I've rewatched it a few times. I don't watch season 3. Because that's when he's doing his re-election campaign, and Netflix kind of ruined the show.
I kind of want to know like if that were to happen, how would elections run? Would it just be like new like?
Yeah, it'd be like new emergency elections, just like not immediately, but
Yeah.
very quickly.
Like who would fill the like judicial roles, like the Supreme Court? Who would be the House roles, and who would get the Senate roles? Is it just like their own cabinets, or their own like? Because I know each like each.
I think the president would just make. I think in the show, the president just makes the executive decisions for then on. But in the show, there were 2 survivors from the accident because the Republicans chose somebody to be a designated survivor because they didn't like who was picked to be the designated survivor on the current president's side.
Oh.
And then there was the survivor from the bombing themselves. So there were 2 members of Congress left. But yeah,
Fair.
really good show. I love that show.
Yeah.
Some other TV shows I really like The Sopranos. It's also a really good TV show.
Yeah.
The Office is really good.
Landman.
Man seems good so
I
far.
like Landman. I like Chosen.
Thank you guys for
The
listening.
political
Don't
talk.
forget to like and
In
subscribe,
my
and have a good one.
History of American Expansions class, today we talked about the famous debate between South Carolina Senator Robert Y. Hayne and famous Massachusetts Senator Daniel Webster, and their debate over tariffs, states' rights, and what the meaning of the Union was. And I found this really interesting while I was reading through it through the book that we're reading through for my class. Um, I mean, it really focuses on states' rights because the South believed in the theory of nullification. Basically, it would mean that states can basically pick and choose what laws they want to follow, which the North argued would cause anarchy, basically, which in essence it probably would. But the reason the South did this was to align themselves with the West to hopefully further gain political power. At least that's the point of view that I took from it.
Like the West as country-wise, or like
Yeah, because
states.
during this time the West was being like the Western United States was like new. There were only a few states that had been added. There's Ohio, Missouri. Uh, I think that's no, that's not it. But as of written, that's all I can think of at the moment. But as a whole, it was really interesting because they were both fantastic orators, which means they were absolutely fantastic at talking. They had some of the best probably speaking skills of any politicians. Specifically Daniel Webster, who was heavily remarked for his fantastic closing speech to the Webster-Hayne debate, which I thought was extremely interesting, and uh, I really liked this topic because I think it highlights how the South started to not entirely separate from the North, but it really started to it shone some light on the issue that the South was starting to separate from the North because the South was still in its very pro-slavery status, while the North was still in its very it not still, but was and still is now in its anti-slavery status, which I think is good. Which I think it was the Northwestern Ordinance, which
So they just refused to follow laws, the federal laws.
nullification was never actually approved, so it wasn't really it never really became a problem until a few years later, where nullification became a problem. It was called the nullification crisis, but I don't know enough about that to really talk too much about that. But yeah, Hayne viewed the Constitution as a compact among sovereign states, and that states are the ultimate judge of federal power, and nullification is a legitimate check and balance system for laws to be added. While Daniel Webster viewed it as the Constitution was a supreme law created by the people of the United States, as one nation, the federal government, is supreme, the Union is indivisible. So it's really interesting.
Oh, nice.
You had some stuff you wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
You had some stuff you
So-
wanted to add on about broken arrows.
Going back to my speech about Broken Arrow, I also read that during the disassembly of a few bombs in 1958 or 1960, I don't remember which one it was, but there's multiple bombs being disassembled, and over 1,000, 123,000 pounds worth of high explosive detonators exploded in a disassembly factory, just disassembling nuclear bombs. But none of the like radioactive part was in the facility. It was just the storage of the high explosive part that they took off the bombs. So there's just a random warehouse in the middle of like Nevada, I think, and they just blew up, making one of the at the time the biggest non-nuclear explosion, and the only explosion to top that was the bomb in Yemen in 2019, I think, where the fertilizer warehouse just blew up on next to the port.
Oh, speaking of fertilizer warehouses exploding,
Yeah.
I did in 10th grade for my chemistry final project, which was
Did you
probably
blow up fertilizer?
no, 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 no.
Oh.
I did a research project on I forget where. I know it was in Germany, but there was a fertilizer explosion back in the early 1900s. The Oppau explosion, yes. September 21st, 1921. 4,500 tons of a mixture of ammonium sulfate and ammonium nitrate fertilizer stored in a tower silo exploded, killing at least 560 people and injuring about 2,000 more.
Was this like in the middle of the town center?
I don't know, but uh, I don't know. I forget, but it was a really interesting project because we had to talk about like the chemical issues that it caused,
Mhm.
which I don't really think it caused many like not biological ecological issues because it wasn't like it was like it wasn't.
But there's a lot of fertilizer runoff.
Yeah, I guess that was probably the biggest issue
A
with
lot
the
of
fertilizer runoff.
a lot of algae plumes.
Yeah. A few months, this was due to a manufacturing process change where it is a way to lower the humidity mixture from 3 to 4% to 2%.
Do they do this by like heating up the air?
I don't know how they do that, but um, it has therefore been proposed that one of the changes had been placed in or near such a pocket, exploding with sufficient violence to set off some of the surrounding lower nitrate mixture. There were pockets of there were contained pockets of up to several dozen metric tons of mixture enriched in ammonium nitrate.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking about science fair projects, this is completely off topic.
Did you blow up something for a science fair?
I was doing an experiment with electromagnets,
Hmm.
and I was using a lawnmower battery,
Hmm.
and I had different types of wires. I had steel wiring, copper wiring, stainless steel, and then other wiring. And I would just put different like magnets in it, seeing if I turned on the different wires, if it would cause uh, magnetism.
Hmm.
And after a while of demonstrating this, I think I almost overheated the battery and almost blew it up because it started smoking.
Holy.
And I almost got kicked out of the science fair because of it.
Speaking of science projects, I helped build a rocket ship one. Not a rocket ship, but a rocket once. Unfortunately, I never got to see it fly because,
Did you use like actual like
yeah,
rocket powder?
so we built it to like contain like a kit within it. So within it, in it was a charge
Hmm.
that would pop the top off, and a parachute would help it float down.
Oh,
But we had to design the whole thing in CAD, which was
CAD?
yeah, computer aided design or whatever it's called. Basically, it helps you create an image. And I took my aviation knowledge and I was like, we need delta wings on it, like the Concorde, because that'll allow it to actually accelerate
Hmm.
more quick than just having flat wings, because it allows the airflow to actually flow around it. Which
Yeah.
apparently it actually worked really well. So I was told by my physics teacher at my graduation,
Ah,
because I never got to see it go off because as seniors we got the last week we got the week before graduation off.
he didn't film it for you
I
though?
got the whole month off. For
What?
yeah,
We'll get back to that in a second.
Yeah.
But we got the week off for graduation. There was one thing during that week we had to go to school for, but that was practice graduation. And then there was another thing we had to go visit the elementary school of which we went to.
Oh,
Like we walked around our middle school, and then we got on a bus and went to the elementary school that we went to, because in my middle school mixed three elementary schools together in my district. My school district was huge
yeah.
for only having 500 people
For
in high school.
for us, our school, we used to have like senior quotes, which I wanted to have my quote, but then the year I graduated, only that year they changed it to where you have to write a poem about your time at GBS,
That's annoying.
and the poem was like it had to be like approved by the principal. I'm like, I just didn't put any effort into it because I didn't want to have to make a Shakespeare riddle about
Yeah.
my years in high school.
I just took a Jeremy Clarkson quote, the one where he says that speed hasn't killed anybody, it's suddenly becoming stationary. That's what gets you.
Yeah.
That was surprisingly improved. Um, my friends created this fake language, Pimopa, a
Uh-huh.
really funny language, and one of them decided he wanted to write in this language, "I have a bomb" as his senior quote. So when they asked him what it meant in the language, he just said he just changed it to regular like a regular senior quote because he couldn't.
He could have lied his.
I know he
lied
could
so
have
hard.
lied so hard and had it be, but I think something along with it being like his own language, they couldn't like prove
Hmm.
what it actually meant.
Oh.
So he could just say it meant something, but in reality it means something else.
So did like your class just make their own language?
No, my friend Ephraim, my friend Sam, they made their, and maybe my friend Eli chimed in, but it was mostly Ephraim created. I think I still have it, the language chart,
Mhm.
but there was a time where they spent a whole week on our Discord server just talking in Pimapa. It was a really interesting
Did
week.
you ever learn it?
I had to translate everything that they said so I could understand it. So I would be on my phone looking at it, and I had my laptop open, looking at the Google sheet for what each word meant so I could understand what they were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess back to my original subject. I was just really bummed that I couldn't see my rocket go off because I put a lot of work into that.
Fair.
Should have went in for that day.
I should have asked if I could have gone in just to see our rocket go off because there were two teams. There was Rocket 1 and Rocket 2. Our rocket did better
You
if
should have been
I
able
remember
to show up.
correctly. I was allowed to go to school. I
Yeah.
just chose not to.
I mean, I wouldn't either.
Exactly. I don't want to
wouldn't
go
wanna
back
to
there.
school.
I'd just be stuck in study hall all day. My classes weren't held.
Well, you just show up and watch the.
Yeah, I didn't
Yep.
think about that.
Would you have to just-
I think I was out with my friends that day anyways. I think we
Yeah.
were doing something.
Would you just be allowed to just leave?
Yeah, no, I'd be allowed to show up for that and then leave.
Oh.
Because technically I wasn't supposed to be there anyways.
Oh.
But I love that engineering class. I missed that class, honestly. It's probably one of my favorite classes I've ever taken.
And you didn't think that you wanted to be an engineer?
No, I didn't. Because like there was a lot to it. And I
Mhm.
was just like, I can't do this for a living. If I were to do any kind of engineering, probably it'd be like nuclear engineering because I find that so fascinating. I think nuclear is such a fantastic energy source, but that's a whole nother day. I can talk about that because I could go on for probably a good hour because I did my entire senior project in high school on nuclear energy and why it's good. In fact, actually, I also did a debate topic on that in high school.
Oh. Yeah. I didn't have any debates, but I would always just like look up videos about nuclear energy
Mhm.
and why we should use it and whatnot.
Yeah. Like I want to get into it right now, but I don't want to waste too much time.
Yeah. Don't want to geek out about it.
No, that's another episode. I could talk about nuclear.
We'll just
Yeah.
listen. We'll just sit here and listen.
Like you've
Basically
been doing
what
this
I've
whole
been
time.
doing,
I hear you. I'll let you talk now, and we'll listen.
I don't know. We can talk. So I'll go into a totally different subject, totally different of what we've been talking about the whole entire time.
No.
Going into food and talking about animal-based diet.
Food.
I know you do.
Yeah.
So animal-based diet is basically like if you heard the carnivore diet, it's just a less strict diet to where I could have like some like limited plant foods. Like I could have low toxic fruits, honey, and certain vegetables. Uh, like for I can eat any meat I want. Organs, dairy, eggs.
Organs.
Yeah,
I'm gonna buy you a cow heart.
I'll eat it.
Really?
I would eat it.
Willie, we gotta find out cow heart.
No.
I tried to dissect a cow heart. I threw up in my mask.
I mean it's nutrient dense.
That's actually what made me not want to be a doctor anymore.
Really?
Mhm.
Organs, just the heart.
Oh, and then when we had to dissect a fetal pig, I couldn't stand the smell. I had to go
Oh,
sit out in the hallway and watch an electronic version because I couldn't be in that room.
yeah.
Was it like decomposing? Is that why it smelled so bad?
No, it was that whatever preserved them, that's what smelled so bad. And I can't like I always for the longest time I wanted to be a doctor, like specifically like a surgeon.
Mhm.
So I was really interested when I took anatomy because I was like, oh, I get to dissect things. So I was really interested to try and dissect a fetal pig, but I tried. No, it's just I can't.
My senior year of high school, in my environmental science class,
I took environmental science twice,
yep,
college and high school.
yeah, I was able to build a Florida panther out of real bone, and like the whole thing. I did the tail mostly, um, but it was really fun. I enjoyed that. I wish college environmental science had more stuff like that.
No, I just sit in there and listen to a guy I can't understand.
Ah,
Actually, he's actually mostly understandable, but it's just a really boring class, especially at 8 a.m. And I have an exam in that tomorrow. I just want to die.
enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to buy you a cow heart. I
I'll
have to
eat
find a butcher.
liver,
Yeah.
heart, liver and heart.
Maybe the liver would help you.
I mean, all we'd
Yeah.
have to do, all we'd have to do is drive 20 minutes down the road to be out of the city.
Yeah.
Just gotta make sure it's not fed soy
Yeah. Why can't the animal be fed soy?
because it affects the meat.
Oh, okay.
All right.
It's
Well,
just kind of like how chicken, a lot of you want to, I think it's air dry you want to get because a lot of the time they dip the chicken in water which has chlorine in it.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
You did?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah, it has. They dip it in water, it has chlorine, and they're like, oh, it's not gonna soak up anything. But if you read the label, it says may contain 5% of water or something.
In my health class in high school that I took in, when did I take that? I think I took a junior year in high school. We learned about how like Roundup, which was created by the company Monsanto, is like
Which Roundup?
Roundup is like it's a weed killer,
Oh,
but Monsanto is this evil, 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 evil corporation.
well, it's also California. It's based in California,
Uh,
and they control 90% of California's water. So that's why the largest lake, uh, west of the Rocky Mountains dried up. They dammed off most of the Rocky Mountains so that no water would go into the lake, and they drained that lake, and now it's majority of California's water and wine land, like where they get the grapes for wine.
mhm.
California made wine.
Yeah.
So
But back to the Monsanto. So they made so it would also kill the seeds, and the Roundup would kill the seeds and the that the farmers would be planting.
Mhm.
So Monsanto created seeds that were invulnerable to Roundup, and we're like, all right, we'll sell you these, but you can't reuse any seeds. You have to sell us back the seeds you don't use and the seeds you get back from the plants.
where the farmers like screw that. I'm not going through all that process.
No, they do it and they get like stuck in these. If I remember, it's been so long, but they get stuck in these like
Court
massive.
cases.
Yeah, they get stuck in these like massive, not court cases, but like just contracts and stuff. And at one point, a clip just ended up showing a bunch of black SUVs around this guy's house.
Just because over seeds.
Yeah.
You didn't give us our seeds back. Give them
Yeah,
now.
evil corporations. It's just, I have no idea.
What's that movie where it's like they only drink Gatorade and they only give plants Gatorade, and then the guy from the past comes to the future and is like, "You guys are stupid. Why don't we just use water?"
Plants versus Zombies.
Is
No.
the smartest man in the world or something?
Well, he's an averagely smart man. It's Idiocracy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they have like a WWE wrestler as the president.
Yeah. They have the sped guy as being the in charge of education.
Yep. And then when he's doing like the knowledge test, he sees somebody try and put the square in the circle hole. Where does
Yeah.
the square go? In the circle.
I'm actually supposed to get out today. Dumbass, you're in the wrong line. Is that easy? Okay.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I think we should watch it.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, what's another fantastic movie?
Grown Ups.
Never seen it.
I want to recreate The Hangover.
Oh, The
Oh,
Hangover is such a
Hangover's
funny,
amazing.
such a funny movie.
How can you kill what's already dead?
Whoa! Whoa!
Didn't that guy end up living after jumping off the balcony?
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
movie?
yeah, he had a parachute, didn't he?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he starts flying around Vegas.
I didn't remember that
That's
part.
funny. I'm pretty sure he's played by Ken Jeong, which is
Yes.
he's an actual doctor.
Yes.
Like he also I'm pretty sure he's still a practicing physician too. So he could just go and be your doctor.
He's on Masked Singer now too.
Oh yeah, he had Masked Singer since 2019. He's also in K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh.
Huh?
K-pop Demon Hunters, the favorite movie of every young girl.
Is that a Korean show?
I don't know. My younger sister loves that movie.
Mhm.
She was one of the characters for Halloween. I forget, but yeah. No, she
Did you
loves that
know,
movie.
this is off topic, but did you know that K-pop is the reason why Korea is having such a low birth rate crisis?
What does K-pop have to do with
e-
people having sex?
Everyone loves K-pop and they want to be a K-pop star,
Mhm.
but in order to be a K-pop star, you have to be celibate. You can't have sex at all in your life until after you leave K-pop. So
What?
every girl
You have to be celibate while you're in
Every-
K-pop.
every girl and guy tried doing that, like being in K-pop, so they had to be
K-pop.
anti-sex, and so that's why Korea is having such a low birthing shortage.
You know, other countries,
And-
other Asian countries like Japan, they struggle with birth rates. But I'll let you finish what you were saying.
The minister of like population or something
Mhm.
was like, all right, this is the reason why our birthing crisis is happening. So like, all right, let's change K-pop where they have to have a child before they can enter K-pop. So people want to have children before they enter it.
Interesting.
Yeah. I went on a deep dive, deep rabbit hole.
This is a really deep dive. Why did you go on a deep dive about K-pop? What brought you down that rabbit hole?
I think it was either one of my classes was talking about that with economics,
That
or
would make sense.
or it was I was just on YouTube bored at late at night. It could be either or.
I'm bored. Let me put on some
Oh,
K-pop.
it was sociology.
Oh.
Really? This semester?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Who would
Yeah.
have thought? But yeah, back to Japan. They struggle with birth rates because they respect old people too much.
I,
Like, I get it. It's really interesting that sociology of all the classes that would send you down a rabbit hole about K-pop.
I know. I was just like, last week we were talking about the Montana suicide rate and how vitamin D links to that. I'm like, why are we talking about low birth rate in Japan? I mean, it kind of makes sense now that I just said that.
I mean, Korea. I mean, Japan is
Or
they
Korea.
just respect old people too much to have sex with each other.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, also their culture, it's like more like isolated. It's an isolated culture. Like you can't
Yeah.
go out and meet people.
Mhm.
Where like American culture, you can just go up and talk to random people on the street, and that's like not frowned upon.
Mhm.
But if you go to Chicago and like the northern states, that is frowned upon if you say hi to people on the street. I
Yes.
went to I lived in Florida for like the entire summer. Went back to Chicago and I said hi to someone on the sidewalk as I was walking to I think go to a golf thing, and she just like looked at me like "Ugh," and started walking faster. I'm like, Is it a problem being nice to people?
Yes, it is a problem being nice to people up north. I mean, you walk around New York City and it's just everybody's an asshole to each other. My professor for my Foundations of Academic Success class, she was from New York, and she said when she came down here, someone held the door open for her, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "I'm just holding the door for you." She's like, "Oh."
What did you say after that?
I forget what she said after that, but all I really remember is that she was confused as to why somebody was holding the door
Let me guess,
for
was
her.
this the English professor?
Yeah, she's an English professor.
I knew it. That's a typical English teacher.
Yeah.
Why are you holding the door for me?
Yeah. She was a
Yeah.
cool teacher, though. I liked her.
Oh, what's her name?
Professor Schultz.
Oh, yeah.
She was a good professor. Um, those are really summer advantage was really weird. We had 3 hour long classes, and I mean, granted, my second class was never. We never actually stayed the full 3 hours. It was that class, the weirdest class I've ever taken with name wise, Human Dimensions of Music.
Dimensions.
Yes, Human Dimensions of Music.
Did you learn like the fourth dimension or something?
No, it was music history.
I did music of history over the summer, like American music. I learned a lot about like slave song and work song and railroad songs.
We stayed more like older. Like I
Hmm.
mean, granted, we got to modern music at some point. Like I did a research paper on hip hop and the origins of that. That's really interesting.
I did I did a research paper on Hawaii 78, my favorite song.
Not
Brother-
sea shanties.
Brother Is. No, I just love listening to Brother Is. Like I could fall asleep to that. Like when I'm stressed out, I go for a drive and play that.
What his brother is.
He is the famous Hawaiian singer that died in the 80s because
Oh.
he was so big.
Mhm.
He was really obese, but he had the best like calming mellow voice, and he played the Over the Rainbow with the ukulele.
Oh, he's that guy.
Yeah,
But was he fat like that clip I just showed you with the Sopranos? It was like,
he was
get off the car, you.
he was way bigger than that.
Oh.
Yeah, his most famous song Over the Rainbow,
Mhm.
or it was something else. He sung that when he knew he was dying, because he was in the hospital for a while, and then afterwards he was on bed rest, and he was like he knew he was gonna die, so he made that song, and then I think a week later he was dead, or it was maybe even shorter.
I know he recorded Over the Rainbow in one take
Yeah, because he just woke up, drove to the studio, and sung it.
well, I always read it was like they were just about to close or they had just closed and he was like they could only offer him one take.
Oh,
So he did it perfectly.
yeah.
But I don't.
Also, speaking of which, my dad has been at the right spots in history. He was there when Brother Is died, was at the funeral. Then he was also at the Berlin Wall when it fell.
How did he pull that off?
When he first got out of college, he worked for a industrial company
Mhm.
in Berlin, or in America, but they wanted to open up a factory in Berlin,
Yeah.
and they were doing research around there, and I guess he had the day off, went to go visit the Berlin Wall because he heard there was something happening, saw it get demolished. He was like, I think I just saw like a groundbreaking step in history, and I was like, you did.
No way. Who would have thought? It's almost as though we learned about that in history classes. But
Yeah.
have you ever seen the picture of the divide between West Berlin and East Berlin?
Oh, yeah.
With the lights and stuff.
Mhm.
I always thought that was really interesting. How they used two different light filaments.
Yeah.
You're really enjoying this conversation, aren't you?
I'm listening.
We're teaching him.
Yeah, we're teaching him things.
Just don't know anything about history.
Well,
You could be asking questions.
yeah, you could be asking questions.
I'm listening. You guys are just rambling on. I'm just listening.
You don't want to ask any questions?
Not currently.
No? All right.
My grandpa, he was in the Arab Guard, and he was in the National Guard for the Arab Guard, and he was deployed to Germany for a few weeks, and while he was stationed there, he was able to sit in the cockpit of one of the big MiG-21s that defected.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, So I think it was like the first MiG-21 that defected from the Soviet Union.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a picture of him just sitting in the cockpit. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a good one.